Welcome to Genius Dreams Education channel. Today we are going to look at a simple way to design this church flyer. So we are going to start. First of all, we have to create our workspace or work window or whatever you call it. So you can click on Ctrl+N to create our new workspace. So I'm going to use a 4x4 resolution 300. So I'll press on create. So this is my workspace. So first of all, I'm going to import my background. So I'll go to File, Place Embedded. Then I'll search for my background. So the background that I'm going to use, using this background. So I'll extend it to cover the page. Then I'll rasterize it. So the next thing is I'll go in for my logo. That's the church logo. So I'll come here and go for logos. So I'm using this logo. Then I'll position it here. So let me rasterize it and then remove the background. So I'll go to Window, Properties. So Window, Properties. Then I'll come here to remove the background. So now we are waiting for the background to be removed so that we will continue our designing. So now you can see the background has been removed. So the next thing is for me to go in for my text. So I'll be going for the text for all this text. So you don't worry, I've already written the text, so I'll be copying and pasting them. Copying and pasting my text here. So I'll go to the word to first of all copy my first text, which is the Genius Church, and then come and paste. Select the text tool and paste it here. Then the next one, I'll go and copy the next text, which is the caption, Faith in Action. That's the caption for the church service. I'll paste that one. Then I'll go in for the next text again. That's the subheading. And I'll copy that and paste again. So for you, you have to type them one by one based on your church activities or the specific activities you're going to do at your church, or the specific activity that will go on in your church. You also copy the time too and paste the time here too. So I'll do same for the other one too, which is the location. Then the last one, I'll copy it and then paste. So now as you can see, I'm done with all my tests, and the next thing for me to do is to do the editing part to get these colors or select these colors and these fonts. The first thing, the genius is white color. We are going to change the color of the church. So I'm going to change the color of the church to white. So as you can see now, the color here is white now. But what's the font type? What font did you use for that one too? Let me check for the fonts I used. The font was Arial Round. Let me copy the font. Then come here and paste. So this is the font for that one. It's too much. Let me position it well. Let me transform it to okay, so I think this one is better. So now let's move on to the faith in action too. For the faith in action, the font I used was so that's the font we use for the faith in action. That's the Broadway. So I will change here the font for this one to Broadway. So Broadway. So that's the font I used for the caption. Yeah, this one is better. Now we're going for the next one is the empower the subtitle. So the subtitle is within a rectangle. We are going to draw our rectangle. So first of all, let me draw my rectangle. First of all, let me check for the text of this one. So let me check the text I used. That's the agency FB. And the font size is 12. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for this two. So let me copy, change the font to agency FB regular. The font is 12. That's okay. So then I'll select my rectangle too and draw the rectangle around this text. So then I'll curve it small to fit it. Okay, so the next thing is for me to change the filling color and make it white, and the edge color to choose this color for it. So now we are done with the rectangle. So I'll come here and swap the layers so that our text will come inside the rectangle. So then let me position the text inside the rectangle, right? So now I can see this. So for easy editing, let me group the rectangle and this. So let me group it rec 1, That's rectangle one content. So the next thing is for me to do the time and the location. So as you can see, the time and the location, you're having location and time symbols in front of them. So I'll go and import my time and location symbols. So I'll go to place embedded. Okay, so for the location symbol, let me use this one. Then let me go in for the time symbol too. So that's the clock. Let me use this one. So as you can see the arrangement, I'm going to do the same thing for this one too. So let me take this one, and then press Ctrl T to transform it small. So now let me click on it. So let me select that one with and group that one too as location. Okay, so now let me position the location to this one. Okay, then let me do same too for the time too. So let me close this one. That one to as time. So let me do that one to as time. And let me open and position my time well to make it align with it. Okay, so I think that is okay. So the next thing to is for me to change the colors. So I'll go in for the text tool. So I go for the text tool and then select it, change the color to white, and do same too for the location to change the location to white. So now as you can see the colors are in white. So the next thing is this part too, there was a rectangle here. So let me draw my rectangle for the joint part. So let me draw a rectangle to cover this part. The filling for the rectangle, I use this color. So now let me move the text on top of the rectangle layer to show our text. So now you can see our text is showing now. So let me position the text in line with the location. So as you can see, they are in line. So in designing to alignments play much important role. You have to consider your alignment of letters too. So now let's check. Since we are almost done, so the next thing is for us to bring in the background image where the people you see that some people are worshiping. So that is the background image. Another background image I blend with this image. So let me go in for that background image. So I go to place embedded, go to my background images and choose that image. So I'm going to choose that image. So here is that image. So now let me bring it down so that all the text, now you can see everything, the background image, everything is on the background image and our text has been appearing clearly. As we can see, our text are now clear, they are visible now. So let me rasterize it and let me decrease the opacity small because you can see. So okay, so I think this one is okay for now. So let me go in for the last background. I'm now going to blend all this background together. So let me blend this one using the overlay and decrease the opacity to somewhere 40. And let me blend this one to the overlay too. So now as you can see, we are almost getting at our fly. We are almost done. We are almost done. We are almost done. So let's get some blending parts. So let's choose this one to and blend them with the background. So for the time, I'm going to blend the image with the background. Let me use the overlay blend and do same for the location. Location overlay blend. So the next thing is for the last one is this rectangle too. Let's blend it. Now as you can see, we are done with our flyer. That is the opacity of this. The opacity of this one is 100. Let me come here and change that one, its opacity. Let me set it to 100. As you can see, we've gotten exactly as this one. So that's how you can design this simple church flyer. You can follow the same procedure to design different one or to design yours. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Genius Dreams Education channel. See you later for our next video. Goodbye.